about the law of attraction and why does it work for some but not others. And people think, hey, all I have to do is get my board out, think about it, and it will come. If that was that easy, everyone would have their own genie, right?
Everybody would have everything their heart desires, and it is not that case. So there's something going on here. So it's interesting how, of course, we all know that the law of attraction works all the time. There is no such thing as not working. It is the same as the law of gravity. It is on 24/7 and it is working. So, but why does it have results for one person and not for the other? Or at least it looks that way, because the result is always there. But why is it not what you want? That is the most important question.
It's totally the most important question is why. Okay, you said someone, we talked in the green room, said someone took a course, both my friend and I, and the only other person, it worked completely for them, but not me. What is
Yeah,
the why?
exactly. So, because the system, the process, and no matter what course you take, people have like a 4-step program, a 5-step, a 6 steps. It doesn't matter. It's like something that comes back. The first thing is you have to know what you want. Then you have to visualize it. You have to feel it. Then you have to let it go. It's like a similar process for everybody. So if let's say you are practicing with a 5-step program, well, there are 5 steps where it can go wrong. So you need to get them all right in order to get to the result. And what does that mean? So in the first step, you need to be crystal clear of what you want. You cannot just say, you cannot call Amazon and say, I need a television. They are never going to send you a television because you are not specific. You didn't say, I want a so much inch and it needs to have that resolution. And you need to click on exactly the TV that you want to order. If you don't do that, Amazon is not going to deliver. It's the same with the universe. You have to be specific, very specific. You have to put all the stuff on a paper or in your head or on a board, or it doesn't matter where you put it out, but it needs to be specific. And then the universe can deliver. So that's the first step. And most people go wrong there already. That is the biggest, and I'm not saying it's a mistake. You will get results, but you're not going to get the result that you wanted. So then, of course, there is the idea that you have to feel it as if you already have it. Well, a lot of people ask me, how do I feel how something feels if I never had it before? If I don't know how the ice cream tastes, how can I crave the taste if I don't know how it tastes? So what I would say is you have to look at your mentors. You have to look at people that have what you want. And you're going to look at how they behave, how they are, and you try to feel what they feel. That is sometimes easier than feeling it for yourself. You're going to try to really embrace your mentor and see, and it doesn't have to be that this person has everything that you want, but something specific. You pick it up and you're going to feel how that person would feel. Okay, because that is going to help you to feel how your 2.0 version has to feel, who has already what you desire.
So
Okay.
that's a great idea. So you're talking about somebody that already has the lifestyle you want,
Yes.
feel that you have their lifestyle. So
Yes.
if you want to be Grant Cardone, you have to pretend you're already jumping into your jet, that your schedule is booked for the hilt, that you get on a webinar and everyone buys.
Yes. So, and I think that by looking at somebody who's really inspiring you, you can imagine, you know, how sometimes you watch a show on television and you can really feel how the other person is feeling. You're empathic and you feel how happy that person is or how sad. So it's sometimes easier to feel that emotion with somebody else. And it's going to invoke also your own feelings for that thing or that. It's not always a thing. I think the people that are watching us are not so into things anymore. I think they're more into lifestyle and freedom and happiness.
That's changed so much. You're right. If you're going to the younger generations, they want experiences versus stuff.
Yes, exactly. So how do you know how it feels to experience something? It's even more complicated than feel how a car is going to make you feel, because you had cars before, so you know how it feels to get a new car. It's only a couple of steps up. So, but when you want that experience of traveling around the world, how is that going to feel? And of course, you also don't have to wait until you are already at the end goal. You can start stepping towards if you want to travel around the world, go on a little trip and see how that makes you feel. So there are steps to do that. And also there's way more, like if people want to, I give a lot of tips on that feeling. So if they want to see more, they can go to my YouTube channel. I have some good videos about that. So now we are already at, let's say, step number 4. We skip number 3. We go to number 4, and there you have to detach from the outcome. Another one where most people have no idea how to do that. No idea.
So tell me the detached. What do you mean by detached the outcome?
You cannot be so obsessed with the outcome. If
Oh,
you are obsessed with it, it is not going to
never going
happen.
to happen. But
It
if
is
you are,
not
but if
going
you
to
specifically say it's going to happen, and not even think about it again, it will happen.
happen. That's it. Most people see so many things, and I see it in my own life. Trust me, I know all those steps so good because I made all the mistakes and I had to fine tune, and I did I made all the mistakes in the book. So I also know how it feels or what the results are if you are too attached to something. And I saw that in my own life. The things that I had on my vision board that were just filling the space, like I would have the most important things in the middle, and then you go for the cruise and the other vacation and the car, and I put it all there. And at a certain point, I realized, oh my God, I went on the cruise. I did have the car. I live in that house, but there were certain things that I still couldn't manifest. And it was because I was too attached to that. The other things I didn't think about. I just put it on the paper, and I forgot about
And
it because it
voila.
was
And
so
so that's
important.
that's the
And it
crazy thing.
happens.
We say something really, when you are practicing the law of attraction, you say something really crazy like, okay, I'm going to have it next week. Don't think about it again. Just walk away. Maybe you don't even believe it, but you truly do. You just say, hey, it's going to happen. It does. And
Yeah.
that's one thing about money. If you say, I'll have more money, I'm not worried. It's good. It's coming. More money's coming. It
Coming. It's
always comes.
when it goes to money, I think money is one of the most complicated manifestations. And that's not even true, because you see, and this is my next point, when I say that, I create a limited belief for myself.
Mhm.
I say, I think that's one of the most difficult ones. So boom, there you go. I
My
created
favorite book is
a limited
Dollars Want
belief
Me.
came
Good.
up.
Good.
Okay.
I was
So
going to tell you really quickly. My favorite book is Dollars Want Me. It's about 3, and it's my favorite one because ultimately, you dollars want me, dollars love me. You don't want dollars. You don't love dollars. They love you. So you have to go out, and it's just another physical, it's another thing that you spend, it's coming back. You
yeah.
have to believe that. Because if you don't believe it, it isn't.
Yeah, and also believing it is one thing, but you cannot trick your mind. You cannot say, I'm wealthy,
No, yeah,
wealthy,
and then
I'm
you're worried
wealthy.
about it 5 minutes
And
later.
then,
I had
yeah,
checks to pay. Yeah, I
it
get it.
doesn't work, because then you say, I'm wealthy, and then your mind says, no, you're not. You are, you have so much debt. You're not wealthy. What's up with you? Be honest with yourself. So your mind is also playing tricks with you. And so that's also very interesting. There's so many limited beliefs. So you have to listen how you speak, what is coming out of your mouth, and become, again, and this is always the most important thing. You have to be aware.
Awareness is the
Is
key.
key, is key. That's the key to everything, to wealth, health, perfect relationships, awareness. You need to listen to yourself. You need to listen to your thoughts. You need to listen to what comes out of your mouth. And you need to listen how you interact with people. I catch myself all the time. I'm talking to somebody, I'm complaining about the weather. So why am I complaining about the weather? It's stupid. The weather, how can, but it is, we are so programmed.
Yeah.
And how are
We'll go
you?
back. We'll go back.
I'm doing well, but the weather could be better. Why am I saying that? But it comes out, and I'm like,
So I
what?
think a topic next week is what happens when you feel you hit rock bottom after you're doing so well, because there is
Oh,
times where you feel
that's a
like,
good one. Good one.
yeah,
Good.
yeah, because when you hit rock bottom and you think you're doing so amazing, everything's happening, then the rails come off the train, and you're like, what the?
There's a reason for that. There's a
I
big reason,
know.
and it is a good sign.
Okay,
I'm
it's a good
giving you
sign.
already a good headline. This is a good sign, and I'll tell you next week why.
All right, go to Rika Markel, Facebook. I think that we got to make all these podcasts. I'm going to talk to you about that. That's another thing, because I think that there should be a audio podcast for your amazing lives that we do every week on the Neil Haley Show, because it's so powerful and it really gets you going, because you never know in the conversations we're going to have. So thanks again, Rika.
You're very welcome.